Warm greetings to you, dear children, and welcome to this video where I will be summarizing the poetry on Killing a Tree by Jeev Patel. Through this poetry, the poet sensitizes the reader and highlights the fact that trees are living things. He equates the trees with humans to convey that trees should not be cut because destroying trees is just like killing a human being. A tree does not die by merely cutting because it regrows from where it is cut. If it has to be destroyed, then it has to be uprooted. A simple cut does not destroy a tree. A tree grows gradually. It is rooted in the soil. This is the very fact that the poet brings out through the first stanza. A plant takes nutrition from the soil to grow into a big tree. The tree is firmly bound with the soil. It takes in sunlight, water, and air to grow into a strong trunk and have numerous leaves. In the second stanza, the poet talks about the hacking and the chopping of the tree. Humans cut and chop the bark of trees into many pieces, but that is not sufficient to destroy the tree. The point of the tree which gets cut gives out sap, just like a human being bleeds. Gradually, this wound heals, and from there, new branches start growing again. Similarly, it happens with the tree, where new branches grow out from the leprous hide, or the bark of the tree. In the third stanza, the poet tries to tell us that in order to kill a tree, it has to be uprooted. One has to separate the tree from the earth which supports it. The roots of the tree bind the tree with the soil in the pit of the earth. From there, the most sensitive and hidden part of the tree, that is, the roots, have to be detached. The roots are white in color and are damp when they are freshly uprooted. However, in the last stanza, the poet tries to tell us that once the tree has been uprooted, then gradually it withers and dries up with the action of heat and wind. The trunk becomes brown, twisted, and hardened, and finally the tree dies in this manner. The various poetic devices used in this particular poetry are metaphor, which is an indirect comparison which has been made. For example, leprous hide, bleeding bark. Next one, alliteration, which is the repetition of a consonant sound. For example, bleeding bark, white and wet. Another poetic device used is repetition, where a word or sentence is repeated to lay emphasis on it. For example, in the third stanza, we have pulled out, which is repeated a number of times. Yet another poetic device used is enjambment, where the poetic lines are running into one another. And it is written in a free verse. There is no rhyme scheme attached to this poetry. In the end, the poet gives us a message to save trees so as to save life. Thank you.